It's a Thursday evening in July on the Navesink. The last light is catching the deck at Salt Creek Grille in Rumson. And if you look east across the river, you can just about pick out the porch lights coming on in Rumson proper. This is the shore we talk about here, the quiet corner of Monmouth County where old families still live within a mile of the churches their grandfathers built. Tonight, 4 institutions worth knowing. I'm your narrator from Love of Humanity, a Monmouth-based nonprofit that publishes free family education for donor-adjacent readers across Rumson, Fairhaven, Coltsneck, Middletown, Holmdel, Deal, Seagirt, and Spring Lake. Each Thursday we spotlight 4 institutions from 4 different corners of Monmouth life. This week, a private school, an art museum, a Navesink restaurant, and the brokerage whose sign appears on more Rumson front lawns than any other. Why these 4? Because a family that engages with all 4 of them over a lifetime is doing something quietly durable. The private school shapes a child's next 4 years. The museum shapes what that child thinks art is for. The restaurant shapes where 3 generations gather when someone graduates, or gets engaged, or comes home from college. And the brokerage, if it does its job, moves the family from one chapter of the shore to the next without breaking the family's connection to it. Let's take them one at a time. Brothers Academy sits on 155 acres just off Newman Springs Road in Lincroft. Founded in 1959 by the Christian Brothers of Ireland, CBA is a Catholic all-boys college preparatory school, one of the anchor institutions of Central Monmouth education. President R. Ross Fales has led the school since 2002. Principal Neil Begley runs day-to-day operations. Tuition for the 2025-26 year is $21,900. That places CBA in the middle tier of Monmouth private school pricing, meaningful but attainable for many families who prioritize it, and softened by an active named scholarship program that opens each December. If you have an 8th grade son considering CBA for the fall of 2026, put 4 dates on the family calendar. Open house on Sunday, October 5th, 12 to 3 in the afternoon, or Wednesday, October 22nd, 4 to 6 in the evening. Entrance exams Saturday, October 25th or Saturday, November 15th. Applications close Tuesday, November 25th, and financial aid for early review closes the same day. For patrons and board leaders, CBA's Advancement Office runs a serious named scholarship program. If your family has been considering a legacy gift to Monmouth education, the CBA Advancement Office can walk you through the endowed fund options. Main number 732-747-1959. Across the road from CBA on the Brookdale Community College campus at 765 Newman Springs Road sits the Monmouth Museum. Founded in 1963, the museum has spent 60-plus years quietly being the place a Monmouth kid discovers what an art gallery is. The Wonder Wing and Steam Wing remain a reliable Saturday standby for families with children under 12. This year is a milestone. The Monmouth Museum's first expansion in its 60-year history opened on May 2, 2026, a satellite location in downtown Dunellen funded by a $500,000 grant from the New Jersey Economic Development Authority's ART Phase 2 program.
Executive Director Erica Schaefer is running the growth chapter, and she's been unusually explicit that the museum wants naming partners at the program level, a STEAM Wing sponsorship, a season of exhibitions, a family workshop series. On view now through September 7th, an exhibition curated by Dr. Phoebe Ferris of Powhatan Pamunkey descent, titled Native Americans of New Jersey, Past and Present. It opened in recognition of the United States' 250th anniversary and is one of the most important exhibitions the museum has hosted in recent memory. Family memberships cover both Lincroft and Dunellen. Members can submit work to Bloom, this fall's members-only juried exhibition. Contact 732-747-2266. Salt Creek Grille sits at 4 Bingham Avenue in Rumson, right on the Navesink. It opened in April 1998. The Rumson location is one of 5 Salt Creek Grilles nationally, but for Monmouth families, this is the one that matters. Co-owner Steve Bidgood, who was named New Jersey's Restaurateur of the Year in 2015, is a Middletown kid who worked his way up through the restaurant industry and now runs the Rumson Dining Room with fellow partner Hugh Preece. The kitchen is a mesquite-fired scratch cooking operation. The signature stuffed shrimp has been on the menu since 1998. Homemade soups are made from scratch daily. The ahi tuna stack and the double-cut grilled pork chop are house staples. And the Navesink deck, weather permitting, is one of the more reliable summer sunset seats in Monmouth County. Dinner runs Monday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 9:30, Sunday, 5 to 8:30. The bar opens at 4. Reservations, 732-933-9272. For patrons and board leaders, Salt Creek's private dining program is worth a phone call before your foundation locks in a 2027 venue. Their private dining rooms handle everything from a Rumson graduation dinner for 12 to a family office holiday celebration for 60. Contact Barbara Penta at bpenta@saltcreekgrill.com. And if your organization runs a charity night, Salt Creek's community relations team has a long history of hosting partnership events. Resources Real Estate was founded in 2000 by the late Carolyn Ozar-Diacon. 26 years later, the brokerage is co-owned by Thomas McCormick, senior partner and broker of record, and Carolyn's husband, Robert Diacon. Roughly 100 sales associates work out of offices in Rumson, Colts Neck, Atlantic Highlands, and Manasquan. The headquarters at 112 East River Road in Rumson is where the firm's luxury waterfront practice lives. Their current listing set includes a $3.95 million Colts Neck estate on Montrose Road, a $3.65 million Rumson Colonial on Hartshorn Lane, built in 1903, and a $3.5 million Oceanport waterfront. They also handle first-time buyer transactions and rentals across the same footprint. This is not a boutique that only touches $10 million closings. Firm recognitions include Inc. 5000, Who's Who in Luxury Real Estate, Forbes Real Estate Council membership, and NJ Biz Top 250. Tom McCormick has held the New Jersey Association of Realtors Circle of Excellence every year since 2003. For patrons and board leaders, independent brokerages of this size and a wealthy footprint make natural civic sponsorship counterparties.
If your school auction, museum gala, or foundation event is missing a 2026-27 lead sponsor, Rumson HQ at 732-212-0440 is a reasonable phone call. Tom McCormick directly, tom@resourcesrealestate.com. 4 institutions, 4 corners of the Monmouth family life. If you engage with any one of them today, booked a tour, joined the museum, made a reservation, called a broker, that's the point. These are the neighbors we get to keep. Love of Humanity is a Monmouth 501c3 publishing 3 family education. If you found this useful, support the work at lovehumanity.charity, donate link on the homepage. One-click Stripe at buy.stripe.com/BJ00JAV8CLX430NCCA00. If you sit on a board, direct a foundation, or trustee a family office in Monmouth, we build co-branded family education with local institutions. Reach the executive director at partnerships@donatetoloveofhumanity.com. See you on the boards.